Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Come on, 180. 42, check, Mike 42. Yeah, you don't want nothing.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, check 26. Hey, Haywood.
Rodgers going to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
You mine. 59. Mike's 59. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike, look at this.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 14 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this open. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago.
There we go.
Anthony Miller, 75 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The point after is good, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Put that team on the bus.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
59. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
On 2nd down, it's Jones.
Go, 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 run, run, run.
And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I got one. 42's the mic. 42's the mic.
Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, ball. 58,
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And Robinson with a big catch. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They fought off that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
First carry in the league here for David Montgomery, the man out of Iowa State. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
What are you doing?
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing here, Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line.
15 yards. And the Bears.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead air.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 22-yard touchdown ground. And the Bears have taken the lead. Point after up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Bears 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
And the Packer first down.
58. 59. Hey, man, watch the booth.
Rodgers now on first down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down, Packers.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
13 yards. First down, Green Bay.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
6 yards. And it's third down.
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They're on 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And, oh, they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask certainly helps things as they'll start up past the 30 on 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 48 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Bears
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Get up! 180! 42! Check!
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Rodgers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First down, Packers.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season. And this is the first of them, Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all-time edge 96, 94, and 6 ties. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Watch twist.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw intercepted by the All-Pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. Preston Smith there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. I'm here all day. 18. Mike 42, Mike 42. I got him.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. From midfield now on 2nd down. Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
They're running it.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Caught by Jones. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
A gain of 9 yards.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here we go. Here we go. Check 99. Check 99. Hey, check 26. Crunch. Crunch. Kill, 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 kill. Topper, topper. 24. Watch 24. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
They'll run it with Jones. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm scared.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
80 weapon.
Now Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Second down and goal. Rodgers, he'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
26.
Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. Already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now Trubisky on first down. It's complete to Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, 47 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Under 10. Switch. Switch. Hey, 88. He's tired of me. Inside. Watch the edge. Watch out. Jump out. Look again.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. A gain of 6 there on first.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Rodgers to throw once more. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down.
Green 18. 58. Come on. All right. Nice, sweetheart.
On first down, Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bears take over.
27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, tight. Hey, 58 is a mic.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
58, boys, 58, Mike. Here we go.
Throwing now is Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Trubisky now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
I got you, baby. I got you. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50.
Back to throw. It's caught. It's Miller. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check, go get him. Mike's 42.
Trubisky to throw. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. And he'll get up and spike it with 11 seconds remaining.
All day, baby. All day.
Here's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
12 yards.
We got this.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
It is just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Green Bay, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.